Oh my god! What the fuck did we just witness at WrestleMania? Absolute sheer supernatural perfection. We started off with Alexa Bliss coming down with new attire, a new white dress with a bit of face paint as well. Looks super cool. She actually did come back later in the match, but she did introduce us to the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Now, very cool. We got a little video package of him seemingly walking through hell. You can see here the burnt Fiend with that towel sort of thing wrapped over his head. And he sort of walked forwards. And as he walked forward, we actually got the change, the healing process, if you will, of the Fiend. Now, this obviously raises the question, does this mean Funhouse Bray is back? Very likely, I would assume so. I don't see why not. Obviously, you can see the chest and everything, the chest protector and that's still there. So he's kept part of that other entity as well. And I think it looks awesome. This is obviously the evolution of the Fiend, to explain that in simple terms. And I really like that. The match with Orton obviously started the show. And of course, it was all about Fiend's dominance and the fact the Fiend just kept getting up after everything Randy Orton would throw at him. The Fiend was invincible, so to speak. That was until Alexa Bliss appeared in the Fiend in the box. And of course, something wasn't quite right. This wasn't Alexa Bliss that walked down to the ring just minutes before at all. This was a completely different Alexa Bliss. A very bizarre Alexa Bliss. 100% not what I was expecting. Just take a look at this. She had that black goo oozing from her head, running down her face. And she obviously reached out to the Fiend and distracted the Fiend. I honestly did not expect this at all. She actually cost the Fiend the match. Randy Orton won at WrestleMania with an RKO. Shocking, yes, but this is a big story now. This has to be Sister Abigail. 1,000,000%. And you can see by the look on the Fiend's face at the end of the match, it was shock, it was confusion. Why did Alexa do this? Why did Abigail do this? There's so many theories. We have covered some stuff on the channel in the past, but this is just a great way to get people to tune into Raw. This is why this match was on first, because if this was a main event, you'd go home very angry because the Fiend lost. Raw tomorrow, everything will start to make sense as it always does, but WrestleMania, it was left with them disappearing, and that's that. But as I said, Raw tomorrow is now must watch, because what happens next? We need confirmation on whether Alexa is now Sister Abigail. My best guess is yes, and the feud between her and the Fiend has gone on for eternity, like we know. And obviously the big question is Funhouse Bray back. I do think this is the start of the split, if you will, between the Fiend and Alexa. That could be very interesting to do. I do not think this was WWE burying the Fiend. Before Meltzer and all those morons tell you differently, I don't think it is. I think it's them progressing the story. Randy Orton survived tonight. Doesn't mean he's going to survive forever. And there's the big point. If you would have had Fiend destroy Randy tonight, that story's done. So you had to do something. This was not what I was expecting, but OMG, it's super cool. It's simple, long-term storytelling with twists and turns that you don't see coming. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and follow me on Twitter at CWrestlingUK. I'll see you next time. Peace!